and welcome back to the second part of payroll management system. Okay, the next thing is I'm going to have to change this one. Let's change it to a text box instead of a combo box. So what I'll do is let's close it and save it first and just close it, and right in here double click on that. Now design, that is it right there. Make sure it's selected. Let's come to lookup and just change that to text box. Save that. And the other thing I would like to do is let's save that first, close this before I can open that. Now for the other one is 1 2 3 4 5 6. I think I'm gonna have to create a table for this. Okay, well, first thing, let's delete this and replace it. Okay, come right down here. So I'm gonna have to delete this, so let's get rid of this very one and replace it with the new one. Now undo that. Yeah, it's alright. Come in here and just grab this, place it right there. So that's the new one. Okay, so that's taken care of. The next thing we want to do now is let's take care of this very one here. So I'm going to need what is known as tax period, tax code. So let's create two more. Let's start with two more tables first, and I'll show you guys what I'm about to do, because I'll be referencing whatever table I create with this one. So let's come in here, let's create a table. On that very table I want to save it as tax, I think it's called tax period of tax. I'll call this very one tax code, and look at the other ones. Alright, that's my tax code there. And for the tax code, come to design view. I'm going to get rid of the primary key. Just for the tax code, let's say tax code there, and we don't need to just populate the tax code with the code, that's all. Now let's see, what is that? The data type. No, let's make it here. Save that and just enter our tax code. I'm going to call it TC1500. Okay, then we have TC2500, TC3500, and so on. Okay, those are my tax codes, so I'm just going to save that. So that's taken care of. Close that. The next one is, okay, tax period. Alright, let's start another one. New table. We're going to save this as tax period. Try that again. Right, so copy it, save, and design. So the tax period, that is simple. So all we just need to do is enter tax period, and for the tax period that will be numbers. Shall we make it? No, just call it short, that's fine. And come to the design, save, and that will be 1 2 3 11 12. Okay, so that's the tax period taken care of. Okay, then close that. For national insurance number, you're gonna have to enter that, NI code, and payable. Okay, so for the NI code, let's make that up. Come in here, let's save this as NI code. Let's come right down to design, get rid of that NI code. So NI code is done. Save, come to, and just let's go back. We want it as short, that's fine. And just enter our NI code. So that might be NI, that is the code. So we just make that up anyway. Let me speed that up. Okay, we have all our NI numbers there, our NI code. That's fine. Save that. Okay. If I close that, that means all of this 1, 2, I think I have, yeah, 1, 2, 3, yeah. Okay, they will become combo box. So let's come in here. We need to change this to combo box and change this to combo box as well. So let's come into the save, come into design. Scroll right down, task code. That will become a combo box, and NI will become a combo box as well. Yeah, and save that. Okay, I think we're gonna have to replace that as well. Those two. Come back here and delete this first. Delete that and grab another one. Tax code. This one in there. Let's move that in. Okay. Then the other one that needs replacing is this two. Yeah. Delete that. Open this up and just replace that with NI code. Right, I'm going to modify that and get back to you guys. Okay, the modification is all done, so I'm going to select all of these and let's come to format here. Let's change the colors of the text to black, so that is fine. Right, I think it's all bold. Take that off. Okay, now I need to assign content in here to each of them, so select this first. Okay, now let's go to design, and right inside the design we select the property. And then let's go to format. It's not there. Let's come down here. Okay, it's going to be alright. It's right here. Role source. Sorry. Select the role source, drop it down, and the role source, that will be tax period. This one. Repeat the same thing for the code. The role source for the tax code is code. And now NI number, come in here and select NI code. So that is that all done. The NI number, we just enter the number, whatever number of the employee. Okay, let's run it and see how that's going to look like. Okay, we have tax period. The tax period for this year, for this month, is 7th, and the month is July. And tax code, The national insurance number, we can just make that up, NI, whatever. Okay, and here NI code, we can make up any code there. So that is it, and that's very good. Now the next important one is we must enter reference here, else we will have an error. And here we enter the company's name. So let's say is Roman Aviations. So Roman Aviations, then the name of employee, let's say is Paul Roman himself, and address 7 Frogner, London. Code, let's say 5, that's my code. Taxable amount, so that's going to be maybe about, judging from here, it's going to be about 15,680. No, it's 5,000 plus 5500, and the taxable is that pensionable. Yeah. So all we then need to do is just click on save record. There we go, it's saved. So if we close this, or if we double open up our table here, that record should be in there. Look at it, it's right in there. But the only thing that the record did not do is to carry out all the calculations. Alright, so let's close it. Let's close that, come back in here. Here you guys might not be able to see it. There is a navigation bar there that you can just click on to go to the next one. Okay, alright, let's see if you guys can see the navigation bar right there. That's the navigation bar. Okay, that's the first one and the next one. Alright, now the next thing we want to do is to do some calculations. Okay, to take care of the calculation, we're going to need some buttons. I think a button actually. So let's close that and come in here. Let's close this property and right down here I'm gonna need buttons. Come up here, grab the button, now paste that in here. Okay, the category of what I want is now there, so I'm gonna have to just make that up. So let's come into operation. Okay, if I select new, I can always use new. Okay, just like the navigation button there. Alright, so I can use that, that's fine. Add new. So we have something to add new. So I'm just going to call it BTN add new. That is fine. Move that here, or maybe somewhere there. The close button. Maybe the close should go far. Bring this here, and the close stay right there. Alright, now we need one more button. Okay, the last button I'm going to need is the one I will use for my calculation. I'm just going to select any button here, just anyone will do. Okay, we have the one for delete record, but I won't go there. Let's select maybe save or anything. Alright, now let's change the name. So I'm just gonna call it total wages. That's it. Let's call it BTN total wages. Finish. You see this very button, and we come straight to the property here. That's the property, and come straight to event. Look, as you can see, the macro is already assigned a macro to it. So I'm going to change it to procedure, and now come right in here, click on that, open up the code area. Within the code area, and let me enter net pay, net underscore pay equals, let's say basic. I think it's called basic pay, something like that. Let's see what it's called. Basic salary. Basic underscore salary. Okay, I want to add plus. I think the next one is London wage or inner city wage plus maybe inner city wage. I think, let's get that name right. No, inner city within. There we go. Let's copy it and paste it right in there. Now there's one more. The other one is overtime. We need overtime. There we go. No, not that. Yeah, overtime. Yeah. Okay, copy that of overtime. There. Alright, now that I have those in place, I'll just delete that. Okay, if I run the program now, let's save, come in here and just enter inner city wage. Yeah, no, that's too much. Come on, yeah, about that. And let's say the salary is about, let's go for maybe £50. If we click on this very button, this one, you see that gives you the total. Alright, so that is the total net pay. Okay, so let's continue. So what I'm going to do is this value here, I'm going to assign it here. Then we deduct whatever deduction here to get this. Alright, so let's come back straight into the codes now. No, we don't need that. We need this. Yeah, we're right. Do that. Okay. Let's come right inside the code. Okay, right there. In the first place, I need the name. Okay, it's pay, gross pay. Gross underscore pay. Right. Okay, gross pay is taken care of. Now to get this tax, thing that is called just tax. Okay, let's say tax equals all of these here. Let's copy all of that. I'm gonna put them in a bracket, multiply by 9 divided by 100. That is my own tax there. So let's copy these then. The next one is going to be, that's a pension. So I'm going to make that up as well. My pension, maybe let's say we're paying about 12%, and student loan, underscore loan, yes, and that would be about maybe 5%. And finally, NI payment. I think it might be right. NI payment. Let's say that's about 3%. Right. Okay. So let me just run it and see. Save it first. Run. And yeah, that works. Add records, and in here we add in, let's say it's about £70, and this one is about 4, and let's say we have about 30 there. I think I'm gonna have to increase that. Alright, if I click on this, alright, that's fine. So now I need to add all of these together right in here. So deduction, let's go back in there. Okay, let's just call it the end of the second part of this tutorial so that we have enough time to take care of this.